The following is a presentation of Studio Audrain, powered by the Mexico Ledger.
And welcome to another edition of Community Matters from Studio Audrain at the Mexico Ledger. And I'm your host, Matt Pilger. Sky Strauss behind the camera, our producer. And joining us, stopping by today, Alan Winders, the Audrain County Presiding Commissioner. Thanks for stopping by.
Good morning.
Mr. Logan Ray, he owns Slumberland Furniture in town. He's also building some homes in the community, as a matter of fact. Hello, Logan.
Morning. Thanks for having us.
Glad to have you both here. A community matter that has been a topic of conversation for a little while has been homes in the county and in the city, and really not having enough of them. Logan, we're going to kind of talk to you as being a home builder first. From your experience, some of the higher prices are really kind of because of the water connection fees, as I understand it.
Yep.
And how does that influence your ability to build affordable homes in rural areas?
Yeah, I mean, before you even begin building, you have to have your utilities lined up, right? And because you don't want to move into a home that doesn't have running water or electricity, or gas. You need to have those in. And there's one in particular that has been trending to be very expensive, and that is the water for inside Mexico. And that expense really has started to add up over the last few years.
Can you kind of talk a little bit about what what that is? I know you've done some checking and research around in the different counties and different cities.
Yeah, just to compare quickly. We're wanting to build several homes here in town that will start next year, and we're still going to move forward regardless. But it is almost $5,000. It's about $4,800 to get a new meter put in and line set and everything. And to compare, I've spoken with a developer in Columbia, and it's $1,000 there. It's a pretty substantial difference, and we're wanting to build about 14 to 16 homes over the next few years, and on our end. And when you take almost $5,000, that adds up pretty quickly when you're multiplying it by that many.
Absolutely. Alan, we're going to bring you into the conversation
Sure.
here. Are these fees, are you looking at those to try and maybe negotiate a lower price? Or what are the discussions at the county level, if you will?
Yeah, well, the county. First of all, we appreciate very much Logan and his efforts to bring housing to the community. We need housing. We're in a position in the county and the city where we have jobs, and we need people to fill jobs, and we need houses for those people, places for those people to live, and it's a really good position to be in. And we appreciate the entrepreneurial spirit that would make Logan say, "Hey, I'm going to try to fill this need," and we hope that it goes well for him. We're sure that it will. So our interest is making sure that at the county level is that we do whatever we can to be supportive of those efforts. And one of the ways that we've tried to be supportive is we've had some conversations with American Water about the fact that their fees are putting Mexico at a competitive disadvantage to their neighbors in terms of looking for that entrepreneurial dollar. In other words, for people to build houses. If you can build houses in Mexico, but it's much more expensive than it is in some other community, then it's natural for home builders to look to other places. And also it increases the cost for potential home buyers in Mexico. So we've had conversations with them about the fact that they're putting us at a competitive disadvantage. Those conversations have gone well. We hope that, but it's not a direct negotiation. Mm-hmm. We're trying to point out to them what their policies are doing to us as a community, in hopes that they will see that it really is it's unfair to us, and in hopes that they'll find a way to change the policies so that that competitive disadvantage is removed. I hope that they've heard us. I believe, I know they've spent the time listening. I hope that they've heard us, and I have I don't want to say I have confidence, but I have hope that they're going to, over the course of time, bring their policies in line with what's economically competitive here in Audrain.
To Alan's point, with our development that we're working on, their initial proposal, it wouldn't work. And but after spending some time negotiating with them, they did listen, heard us out. They were able to adjust it, but even after the adjustment, it's still it's still quite a bit higher than surrounding communities.
We should probably also make it clear that I don't think Logan is, and I know I'm not here to say American Water is the worst thing. Mm-hmm. They have listened to us, and it's easy for a corporation that size to not really understand the impact of a sweep of policies that affect hundreds of thousands of places,
right.
Of individuals. We have to. It's our job to point out that this is how this is affecting us. The local people at American, I've had nothing but positive interactions with, and so we're not here. I'm not here saying I don't think Logan is.
Right.
These guys are just awful. We're here, I think, to tell the community that we're working on it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it needs awareness, because it's not just the home builders, we're trying to hit that more affordable housing, and especially in the new construction world, and that's just it's kind of more of a roadblock than anything of keeping it more affordable.
Absolutely. Well, this is a good discussion for Community Matters. I certainly appreciate both of you stopping by here
Thank
today
you for
and
having us and talking about it.
hopefully we'll revisit this here in a couple of months and see how things are progressing.
Cool.
It is so difficult to keep the community informed on so many different topics. Mm-hmm. We appreciate your efforts in helping us get the word out about what's going on.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Alan Winders, the presiding commissioner of Audrain County. Logan Ray, owner of Slumberland, also building or trying to build affordable homes here in the county and in Mexico. I'm Matt Pilger, and this is Community Matters.